Hey there, everyone. I'm Robert. I'm that white guy walking around Pennsylvania, thinking and talking and trying to better understand racism here in the United States. Today, I'm down out of the hills to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the state capital, to remind white Americans of three powerful patriotic principles. Number one, the flag belongs to all Americans. This past Christmas, my father got me a USA flag for on the front of my house. Now, there were certainly times throughout my life that I displayed the flag without hesitation. But somehow this felt different. It felt like an awkward gift, and I wasn't sure I actually wanted to fly it. One of the reasons was because here in the US over the past few years, it's been people of certain political affiliations who've been displaying the flag. A lot. And I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. If I choose to fly the flag, I want it to only mean that I am proud of my country and not to carry any extra meaning behind it. I don't want people to think that I align myself with those groups. Well, since December, I've spent time reflecting, and I've decided that I need to get over that. There's no individual or group who can claim the image of the US flag. If I want to fly the flag, I should do it and be strong enough to take some scrutiny, to answer some questions, and perhaps to disappoint some people who think me flying it means something that it does not. And in fact, even that would provide an opportunity for me to tell them what I do believe, how I do align myself, and that the flag represents me too. 2. Pushback is patriotic. My other hesitation, of course, is that clearly showing the flag indicates pride in one's country. There's been a lot going on in recent years that I don't feel good about. So I wasn't sure at this moment I really was that proud to be an American. But wait a second. Hold the phone. Why would I hold up as examples of our country the ugly people? It's not just the bad actors that get to represent our country. The people standing up to them and pushing back against injustice are part of our country too. The best part, the shining part. Activists are not, as some would have you believe, tearing down our country. Just the opposite. They are the best example of patriotism, working tirelessly to ensure the United States of America is the best it can be for as many people as possible, even in the face of criticism. And those are people I am proud of. Number 3, living in community requires sacrifice. Most people don't live on the top of a mountain, building their home, teaching their children, catching their food, caring for their own health. Most of us are born, live, and die in a community. And so we don't think of it as a choice, but it is. During the pandemic, it became clear to me that a lot of us do not recognize what it means, what the significance is of choosing to live in community with each other. If you lived up on the mountain, it would of course be extremely difficult, but it would provide you the luxury of only having to think about yourself and your interests. The way most of us do live, however, it's much easier. We can rely on each other for goods and services, but there's a price to pay, and that price is we can't always put our desires or beliefs first. Sometimes we have to make some compromises or sacrifice for the good of the whole, the good of the community. And we've forgotten that. Why do I say that? We want a statue in the center of town to be of someone we appreciate, even though our neighbors do not. When we've been asked to protect the health of the community, we act like we're being put out or someone's trying to control us. And at this point, it should be obvious to us that communities need to be much more closely connected to their local police departments. And yet this idea has been met with resistance from us, which just baffles me. It's good to take an interest in these things. And a substantial relationship between a community and its law enforcement, that has red, white, and blue all over it. And so there you have it. Those are my 3 powerful patriotic reminders to white people for Independence Day. On national holidays like July 4th, we tend to focus a lot on freedom. And freedom is, of course, important. But what we choose to do with our freedom is just as important. This was the Independence Day episode, so I was talking about things in terms of patriotism. But another way to characterize what I'm trying to express is I'm calling white people to civic responsibility. And this connects back to episode number 1, when I said we should step up and address the powerful ripple effects of slavery that remain. We can't do anything about that by putting a sign in our yard or going out on a march. We can only make an impact by being active, hardworking, responsible members of our local communities. Hey there, thank you for watching. If you found anything of value in this video, I encourage you to share it on social media and to text the link to family and friends. I'll see you soon.